You've been on the show before with with the Meet the Whoops guys, obviously.
For sure. Yeah.
Y'all did the cypher over here. Obviously doing your solo thing. You just locked in officially with OTR.
Yep. Shout out OTR.
Shout out to Soulless.
Shout out Soul.
Yeah. Well, how did that come to be?
Really with my bro Neil. Shout out Neil too. I call him my Indian brother, you know. But we was just really Neil been helping me before I even knew Neil. You feel me? I didn't even know like he was even behind a lot of he was behind helping me with Alamo.
Okay.
Way back in like 2019, 2020. So he used to help me with a little bit of shit he said, but we just never properly met. So then we ended up meeting when I did the song with Lefty Gunplay. Yeah. And I locked in with Lefty. Really, me and Lefty locked in through each other, but I really properly met Lefty with J3, with Hitter J3.
Yep.
That's my brother. We from the same hood. We pull up over there. We did a song. We did like 2-3 songs. Shot the video for Stupid, and then that's when I really officially locked in with like Neil and Soulless. Like that's where I met Soulless at the video.
Right.
And we started fucking with each other.
Yeah. What do you think is the biggest misconception about Lefty? Because I feel like a lot of people don't get to spend actual time with him. They just see
really
these internet clips, you know?
I really with Lefty. I just feel like he just raw and uncut. And ain't used to, seeing that much,
right,
rawness and, on camera, like for real. A lot of people try to clean it up.
Right.
He don't give a f.
Like, I feel like people don't realize like he's like a good dude. Like he got a good heart.
Dude. Oh yeah, bro solid. Like I ain't gonna lie. He always got good energy to him. For me speaking, every time I done seen him, man, he got good energy. So
yeah,
you feel me?
100%. What's the latest to Meet the Whoops?
Meet the Whoops, man. We got it going. We really putting together a compilation tape. Really Ruger is. Shout out Ruger.
Yeah.
He basically just told everybody, like, man, everybody send me a single, like a solo song, and then we got songs together as a group too. Cause we got a big project coming. I don't want to say who with or whatever, but we got a big project coming with a big producer and some good features on there, good names. It's a lot of good coming from that, but we finna also drop like a compilation tape just so we can keep the streets going, keep our buzz up and just still be working.
You obviously you're from the same area as Kendrick.
For sure.
You're in the Not Like Us video.
Oh yeah.
I saw him put his arm around you, pull you into the video. What was like the environment like just being at that shoot, man? Because it seems like we're gonna look back at that like 10, 20 years from now.
Come on,
it's history,
That shit was crazy. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That shit still f***ed me up. It was a real surreal moment, especially because I'm you gotta know me to know I'm like a laid back type of dude. Like I got different I got my days where I could be different or whatever you want to call it, but I'm really chill, laid back. So I wasn't even really I ain't gonna say I wasn't pressed about getting in the video, but that wasn't the only scene. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna catch him at the Compton Courthouse too, even though I really didn't. It's crazy. But my older homies, they pushed me to the front of the crowd, like get up there. Like once he see your face, he gonna grab you.
Right.
Watch. So I'm like, I just gotta try to push my way through the crowd and shit. So many supporters and shit out there. I don't like calling people fans. There's so many supporters out there. They running into me. I'm running into them. We just all trying to get to the same spot. I'm getting my little love on the side too. But right when Doc seen me, he just grabbed me. I'm like, oh, this real.
Right.
I never had a conversation with him.
You guys never talked? He just knew who you were.
Yeah.
That's dope.
I never had before that. We have never had a conversation ever. And I didn't even know I was gonna perform at the Pop Out until Worthy called me. Shout out Jay Worthy, you feel me?
Was that one of those because I heard a few of the performances were day of ads or super last minute ads?
We wasn't super last minute. We for sure went to rehearsal. Right. We went to rehearsal twice, you feel me, before, but even how fast that kicked off, it was we performing with Doc,
yeah.
All right, for sure. And then we didn't know we was a group until the day of the show. We was just all
kicking it.
Yeah, we was just all solo artists on one song.
It's like a crew.
Yeah,
crew of rappers.
Straight up. Worthy put it together. I mean, he put us doing a little feature and shit together, and we kept it going. But it was man, we can't, because you know how the banner was.
Yeah.
Bro, we can't.
Yeah, I was in there.
We can't put
everyone's names.
Come on.
Yeah, it's so we gotta.
What y'all gonna call yourself? So we came up with that name. Shout out J3, bro. Shout out Hitter J3. 3 came up with that name, and we were saying Meet the Parkers. It was Meet the Whoops, and it was Meet the Whoops. It just stuck. So it was
That's crazy. I didn't even realize that. Like, oh, I guess we're a group, guys.
The day of, bro. I swear to God. That's why it's like everybody expecting so much from us. And it's like, we gonna give y'all what y'all expecting and what y'all want and a little bit more. But just bear with us. Because we didn't even know we was a group until the day of the show.
Right.
So now we kicking up everything just together, you know? And we all got solo careers too. So it's kind of hard to get 6 individual people together all the time that didn't start off as a group.
Right. So you end up doing the pop out. Vic was telling me you also did like you were working on some GNX maybe that might come out on the deluxe.
Man, yeah, man, I'm waiting to see. You know.
So what was that like? You were in the studio top?
I didn't been in the studio, but we ain't really cooked like too much or nothing up yet. But it's been in the talks. It's been in the works for sure.
So after the video shoot, the pop out, and all that, were you able to connect with K-Dot at all?
Yeah. Nah. Now it's different. Now that's, you feel me?
Now y'all locked in. What was your first convo with him like?
My first conversation with him really was just him telling me like I always like me personally. He used to always tell my older homies like, hey, tell like young YS like tell him to keep doing his thing.
Right.
It'd just be on some shit like that, but we ain't never chopped it up. But when we chopped it up, he was really just telling me like, everybody say a lot of good shit about you, bro. Like you the youngest, like coming from over there. Like you got charisma, you got aura to you. Like a lot of people speak highly of you, so don't let yourself down and don't let people down. You know. And I'm like,
that's
straight
real.
up, like you feel me. Then like bro, I ain't gonna lie, like one of the first time I ever talked to him on the phone, we was on the phone for like an hour, like a real hour, just chopping it up, talking about real life. We wasn't even talking about music.
Wow.
We was just talking about real life. Just he could see like a lot of himself in me, like
a lot of
just
similarities,
trying to navigate through the streets and make it out of this the best way we can. So I really f with bro. Like he didn't help me on some real life, like outside of music too, like that I wouldn't even speak on. He wouldn't even speak on. Like it's certain shit that bro didn't really did for me just in this thin time of us knowing each other already. I'd be like, I'm like, bro, thorough.
Yeah,
he thorough for real.
That's dope. Shout out to Kendrick, man.
Shout out to bro. And we had the billboard in the hood up for like 8 months.
Yep.
Yeah, that was right on Rosecrans and Avalon. I used to like get off and catch the bus right there. Like that's big to me.
I feel like there has to be some sort of like deluxe to the album coming because he kicked the Super Bowl off with an unreleased song. It's like,
come on.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's something coming, dog.
He got some tricks up his sleeve, but he's so confidential. We only gonna know when it's time to strike.
When because obviously you're very close with J3. Like
that's my everyday. It's my dog.
Did he under like because a lot of times, at least I heard, a lot of people didn't realize that they were gonna make the album until the album dropped.
Yeah,
and then they heard themselves on the album like, oh.
And another thing, a lot of people didn't know who was on that with him.
Right, because the features weren't listed.
Exactly.
So you were like, and J3 is not like a household name, so you hear this voice, you're like, wait, who's this? Well, I gotta wait for the internet to tell me.
It's like when it first dropped.
When it first dropped, I was in Thailand leaving Rolling Loud.
Damn.
And that shit dropped, and I was like, what the?
Out of the blue too.
Out of the blue, like out of nowhere, dog.
That shit was crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm listening to the album, and I'm trying to decide. I'm like, yo. I remember when I first heard Lefty at the TV off, I was like, what the f***? Like, Lefty Kendrick out, what the f***?
I was thinking, too, like, when he first dropped, like, why he ain't put the features on it, but it kind of was, like, low-key intriguing. It kind of made you want to know.
Playboy Cardi did the same thing.
Yeah.
When Cardi's album first dropped, he was like everyone had to break down the features, and then it took a few days for them to go up.